Hello, Mel. Renee. I was sure that I would find you here.
Well, you're nothing if not sure of a great many things.
Renee, would you excuse us, please?
Shall I have the waiter bring you another gin and tonic?
Oh, yes, bring him on.
Anything for you?
No, thank you. When I realized that you weren't coming home...
Home. Aye, there's the rub.
That's the problem, you know.
No, I don't. But I'm sure you're going to tell me.
A real home implies permanence, which is something you abhor. That's why you work for a newspaper. Because the news changes every day, every hour, every minute. You have to pack up and go chasing halfway around the world for a story. And then when you've met your deadline, it's on to the next one. And that's why you nearly went crazy trying to write a novel. It's the same old thing, day after day, and you can't handle that.
This isn't the wisest approach.
Well, I am not wise. Nor am I cautious or tactful or any of those other boring things, Mel. I'm like the news. I'm a constant surprise, and that's why. You don't really want to walk out on me.
But I do a good imitation.
You try. You assert your independence. You say all sorts of terrible things to try and push me away, but here I am.
Yeah, it's like a bad penny.
But you just love it that this particular bad penny keeps showing up to give you a real fight because you love a good, clean fight. Almost as much as you love that awful gin.
Well, I am on the Dorian show again. I'm on the hot seat. Just like Todd was this morning when you accused him of kidnapping Starr.
And I still believe that's what he did. I was absolutely desperate today, not that you care.
Now, wait. You know better than that. Any news?
That inept private detective just a little while ago let me know that he managed to track them down when they returned home. So, Starr is safe for the time being.
I'm very glad.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's why I thought that I would settle things with you.
Oh, no, I'm happily settled here with my libation, and you're welcome to join me, but not to change me.
You need a home.
You sold the warehouse.
No, it's just a real estate deal. It was not a Machiavellian manipulation in order to control your life.
See, this is what I hate. You can't keep things simple.
Oh, but I am keeping things simple. You want a home? We will find you a home. Shelter. It's a basic human necessity of life, like food and sex.
Well, I'll find my own, thanks. I managed perfectly well before you came along, believe it or not.
Oh, really? Well, you would just as soon drink most of your calories, and you yourself said that you abstained from intimacy far too long before you met me, and we both know you would just as soon spend the night on a park bench, weather permitting.
Things you're determined to change.
It's a terrible way to live.
See, you're not really happy unless you have 2 or 3 lives to fix, but you cannot have mine.
Go soak your head, which you're already doing.
Happily.
Bill, why can't you make this any easier?
How?
Oh, I'm trying to...
Yes, trying. Oh,
You know.
Uh-huh. Is this multiple choice? Manipulate, induce useless guilt, drive me to drink.
Now, that's something I really hate. When you've had enough of that stuff, your words turn into scalpels. They cut, they lacerate, they really hurt, Mel. I don't think you know how much, because you're the only one who's anesthetized.
Well, I'd be very pleased to order you a gin and tonic.
I don't want one. Now then, when you've had a chance to sober up, and you realize how much you miss me, you know where to find me.
Well then, I better keep drinking.
an unnecessarily cruel thing to say.
Well, shall we just sit around and rattle the skeletons in our closets, or be grateful that we're all in one piece, here, together, to enjoy the waning of the day?
That's a fine sentiment.
We need a neutral topic of conversation. I think I have one. Intimacy as a weapon in the war between the sexes.
Why would you want to talk about that?
Now, you two don't live together as yet, right?
Not technically, no.
No, but usually we're either at his place or mine.
So, but you each have your own place. See, that's an excellent arrangement. I just can't get Dorian to understand that concept.
So she wants you to move in.
Well, I don't mind sharing my space as long as it's my space.
I've got an idea. Why don't you take Patrick's garret after he moves in with me?
When would that be?
After the wedding.
Where would I write?
Well, you have an office at the university.
No, I have an office at the university, but that's for working on papers and my students' things. I need a place to write. I need some space.
Even after we're married.
It has nothing to do with that, Margaret.
Oh, I see. No. Take separate vacations, separate checkbooks. I just wanted to know exactly how much space you were thinking you'd need.
Oh, I am sorry I started this. Will you join me in my degradation, Petty? Gin and tonic.
Why are we arguing over such a silly little thing?
Silly. Little. Excuse me.
Maybe if you just prostrate yourself at her feet, sometimes that works.
I have to go to the hospital.
I thought you were off tonight.
Apparently there's an emergency.
Margaret, I would walk through fire for you. We can work this out, right?
No, I know. Sorry about lunch.
Maybe Mel's free.
No, I'm free.
I don't know if he's such a good influence.
Oh, no, I promise I won't corrupt him any further. Anyway, I have, as you know, domestic issues of my own.
And good luck. I'm afraid you'll need it.
Where is he?
Who? Asa?
Mel.
He left with Patrick Thornhart to perambulate al fresco, they said.
Did they say where they were going?
I don't know. They left with 2 straws and a thermos full of gin and tonics.
Do you know what you are? You're a classic enabler. You help people self-destruct so that you can feel valuable when you help clean up after them.
Well, as I understand it, an enabler is somebody who gives a man a good excuse to booze it up and then lords it over him, pun intended. Relax. He's in good company for a change.
The last time Patrick and Mel were here together, you plied them with liquor. They ended up in jail. But then again, I'm forgetting that you made a career out of exploiting human weakness. So why should I think you would care about anyone's best interests?
Oh. Take a look at that view. Ah, the smell of the sea. The soaring gulls. The surf rolling in.
Mel,
What?
Slantano River.
No. This is freedom, man. This is primal. I wouldn't mind a ship's life. Rolling along in the high seas. Wind at my back. Not a care in the world except the weather. All my logic problems solved.